Hello everybody and welcome to Tiger Tales, the place where you'll find stories and fanfictions written and read to you by your host, me, Tai Tiger. Today we're diving back into Power Rangers Cyberforce V2. Power Rangers Cyberforce V2 started off as a fanfiction of another fanfiction. The original Power Rangers Cyberforce is written and read to you by your that's host, Cosplay2637, who's my parabatai on his podcast, Power Rangers Universe 19. If you want to find out the original storyline, you might want to go check that out after you listen to this chapter. Power Rangers Cyberforce V2 has one major difference. The original team of Rangers never moved from Angel Groves to Blessington, so hence why there's a new team. And in this chapter, our team of Rangers keep getting meddled with some portal issues, and things keep popping up out of nowhere. So let's dive in with Power Rangers Cyberforce V2, Chapter 9, Portal Dilemma. Haley teleported onto the motorway, which led out of Blessington. She walked up to the side of the road and found it. Her computer analysis scanner picked up a portal opening a little while ago and it left a morphing grid residue. She knelt down and picked it up. The broken and battered Cyberforce Blue Ranger helmet. She held it in her hand. "Oh, Justin," she mumbled, then her tears rolled down her cheek as she cupped the fallen Ranger's helmet in her arms. "Are you okay?" a voice asked behind her. Haley turned around and saw her saviour from a few weeks prior. Midori stood before her. "Hey, it's you," Haley blurted. "Midori, yeah, I saw you pick that up and I wondered if you're okay," Midori stated. "It was the original Blue Ranger. He was our last line of defense against Stignet in the Cyber Realm," Haley muttered. Midori walked up to her and placed her hand on her shoulder. "Come on, let's get you back to the museum. The other Rangers will want to see this," Midori said with a gentle smile. Whoa, how did you know?" Haley asked. "You observe enough, you learn enough," Midori grinned. Then they both of them started walking back to the museum. They got halfway there when suddenly a portal opened and spat out a hot dog cart. It skidded across the road and crashed into a store window. That can't be right." "Right?" Midori asked in shock. "Yeah, we better hurry," Haley muttered. Then the two of them sped up their pace and headed to the museum. They walked in to find Timothy mopping the floor. He looked up and his mouth dropped. "Hey, I know you," Timothy said with a grin. "Midori, hi," she said awkwardly. Then he saw Haley place down the Blue Ranger helmet. It was scratched up, covered in burn marks. The visor had been cracked and a big chunk of it was missing. Crap," Timothy gasped as he bolted away. Haley typed away on her computer when suddenly Timothy returned with Ace and Daisy. "Holy," Ace muttered. "Oh my god, Haley, I'm so sorry," Daisy cried out. She ran over to the computer, wrapped her arms around Haley, who was still typing. "Thanks. Now we've got a pressing issue. Come to the lab," Haley said. Then she stood up and walked over to the main entrance and locked the door, making sure no visitors walked in without the staff being there. The trio then looked at Midori, and then Haley with a raised eyebrow. "Oh yes, Midori is the Sage Green Ranger," Haley said confidently as she walked away. "And what?" Ace barked. "Sorry, I kind of found Haley on the motorway with the helmet, and I kind of suggested that, she come back," Midori sighed. "Okay, fine, you're with us for now, but after we're having a conversation," Ace growled. "Of course, I completely understand," Midori nodded. Then Haley led the four Rangers to the lab. She pressed a few keys on her keyboard and the screen lit up with a camera shot of the hot dog stand that had crashed into the store window. "Damn, I'm hungry," Timothy muttered. "Why are we looking at this, Doc?" Ace asked. "Me and Midori just watched this coming out of a portal, spat out like used gum," Haley explained. "From where?" Daisy asked, confused and concerned. "Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm running a scan now to see if I can pinpoint some form of origins," Haley sighed. "Okay, so what do we do?" Timothy asked. "At this minute in time, I don't know." Haley stopped and spun around on her chair to face her Rangers. "I'm sorry, I'm a little taken back right now. The whole loss of Justin and everything," Haley muttered. "Of course, that's understandable, Haley. It's okay," Daisy replied in a loving manner. "Hey, if you need to step away for a while, we can handle things," Ace said. "No, I'm needed here, but thanks to the offer. You guys are very sweet," Haley said with her eyes filled with tears once again. Daisy walked up and hugged her once more. Suddenly the alarm started ringing and Haley turned around and wiped her cheeks and checked the scanners. She found a group of stickers and a trash monster that was a large, amorphous creature with mottled skin made of garbage and debris. Its body was composed of various discarded items, such as broken appliances, rusted metal, and tattered clothing. Its eyes were made of glass bottles, and its mouth was a gaping hole filled with sharp, jagged objects. It walked through the crowd of stickers. It left a trail of waste behind it. The stickers all stood there looking at the monster as if they were confused. "We better deal with this," Ace muttered. "I want to help," Midori said to him. "Then help," Ace replied. "I've downloaded the location to your morphers," Haley said. Then the team nodded. Midori placed her hand on Ace's shoulder, and the trio hit their morphers and teleported away. The four of them teleported to the scene, and found the trash monster squaring off to the stickers. "What is this? Where am I?" the monster called out. "Hey, trash talker," Timothy barked, with a slight grin. "It's Trash Heap," the monster barked as it spun around to face them. "Wait, you aren't the Rangers?" Trash Heap yelled out. Yeah, we are," Midori replied, confused. "Just watch," Daisy grinned. "Ready?" Ace said. "Ready, babe," Daisy replied.
"Scan DNA!"
Ace called out. As Ace waved his hand over his morpher started to glow silver.
"Cybercharge!"
Ace called out, then he slammed his hand down on his morpher, and in a flash of light, he was morphed into the silver Cyberforce Ranger.
"Scan DNA!"
Daisy called out as she waved her hand over her morpher. The morpher started glowing white.
"Cybercharge!"
Daisy called out, and she slammed her hand down on her morpher, and in a flash of white light, Daisy was morphed into the white Cyberforce Ranger. "Scan DNA!" Timothy called out as he waved his hand over his morpher. The morpher started glowing orange. "Cybercharge!" Timothy called out as he slammed his hand down on his morpher, and in a flash of orange light, Timothy was morphed into the orange Cyberforce Ranger.
"Scan DNA!"
Midori called out as she waved her hand over her morpher, and the morpher started glowing sage green.
"Cybercharge!"
Midori called out, and she slammed her hand down on her morpher, and in a flash of sage green light, she was morphed into the sage green Cyberforce Ranger. The four Rangers stood there ready. "Wait, where are the other Rangers from before?" Trash Heap asked. What other Rangers?" the Orange Ranger asked back. "You know, the red, the pink, the gold, the blue, la 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 la," Trash Heap said, like they were the stupid ones. "Wait a minute, did you say blue? You fought Justin?" the Silver Ranger barked. "There was 8 Rangers before," Trash Heap growled, confused. 8? But there's only 4 of us. If you include the Cyber Rangers, that means 7. Where did 8 come from?" the Orange Ranger said. "You met other Rangers? Where from?" the Sage Green Ranger barked. "Blessington," Trash Heap stated. The 4 Rangers looked at each other rather confused, when suddenly a portal opened and Dr. H rolled out. "What on earth are you minions doing?" she barked. Then she clocked the trash monster. "Oh, hello. I didn't make you," she sighed. "Wait, this isn't one of yours?" the Silver Ranger asked her. "Not that it matters, Ranger, but no, I did not," she growled. "What made you? Who do you serve?" Dr. H barked at the monster. "I was made by the best virus coding ever, and I serve none other than Lord Stingnet," Trash Heap said proudly. Dr. H gasped at the name. "I'll offer you this. Blow them to smithereens and then we'll talk. I'll reunite you with your master," Dr. H ordered. "Oh, goody," Trash Heap barked. Then he turned to the Rangers. "Ta-ta, Rangers. Stickers, leave them to the bin man here," she ordered. Then she opened a portal and the stickers all fled, and she walked through the portal, it closing behind her. Trash Heap ran at the Rangers, swiping his hands at them. The 4 Rangers disbanded. Then the Sage Green Ranger landed behind the monster. She kicked him in the back, then again making it stumble forward. The Orange Ranger landed in front of it and summoned his cyber shield. He swung it up, smacking the monster in the face. Then he jabbed the rim of the shield into the monster a couple times. The Silver Ranger landed and kicked it in the chest area. Then the Sage Green Ranger jumped up and side-kicked it in the side. The White Ranger jumped up and punched it in a flurry of attacks. "Join the trash!" Trash Heap called out. He opened his mouth, preparing an attack, but the altitude of the Rangers shone through their actions as the bombardment of attacks after attack, not letting the monster up. "Not today," the White Ranger called out and summoned her cyber deck and shot the monster with her cyber cards. Then the Sage Green Ranger jumped at the same time, the Orange Ranger, who swung his shield, smacking the Sage Green Ranger's feet, she kicked off of the shield, propelling herself forward. She shot towards the monster, landing on its face. She pulled out her Cyber Blaster and pulled the trigger. The monster fell back. The Ranger kicked off. The monster exploded underneath her. She flipped backwards and landed safely. Okay, now that was cool, the Orange Ranger said. Good job, team. We didn't have to drag it out today, the Silver Ranger muttered proudly. They all demorphed. Ace, the monster, mentioned that he fought 8 other Rangers. A red, a gold, a blue. We don't have those colours, Daisy stated. I know. He was also confused, and Dr. H looked stunned as well. She's not here to make the monster grow, which means that he wasn't made with virus symbol power, Ace replied. They headed back to the museum and filled Haley on everything that happened. Haley sat there with a stern look on her face. So now what do we do, Doc? Timothy asked. We could be dealing with a few things here, but I do know this. I made this algorithm that turns every energy frequency and turns it into a mathematical equation. Then it solves the equation. The answer is what it is used to label different energy frequencies. We all run at 9172. Well, I ran a few things whilst you were gone. The 2 things in Blessington's that ran at different frequencies were the hot dog stand and the trash monster that you just defeated, Haley explained. What were their frequencies? Daisy asked. 1972, Haley said. So they come from somewhere else? Like a different dimension or something? Midori asked. Possibly another universe. There's a few things I have to run a few tests on, but we'll see, Haley replied. What about Justin? Ace asked sternly. I also had the same thought, but no, the helmet does belong to our Justin, Haley said sadly. Dr. H sat down in her lab and grabbed a hold of her crystal. Father, that trash monster you made was useless. They beat it within seconds, Dr. H snapped. What trash monster do you speak of? I have not made a monster. You know that is out of my reach right now. Stingnet barked back. You did not meet the trash monster I met today? She asked, confused. No, Stingnet yelled. But he said he served you. I'm confused, Father, Dr. H sighed. What is it? What do you mean? Stingnet said. Wait. It can't be. Is it possible? Dr. H barred her. She came to a realization. The merging. The cyber realm. Yes, good point. It's almost time. Stingnet sneered. Father, I'm looking here. There are several points where portals are opening. Maybe we can bring you here. With the realm healing, you'll be strong enough to break through the prison seal, Dr. H grinned. Yes, we could try. Let me see if this theory holds weight. I shall contact you when I have results, Stingnet commanded. Of course, Dr. H grinned. Suddenly her virus trio walked in. Get yourself prepared. We need the Zords, Dr. H told them. Sounds good to us, Derek said. All 3 of them then walked away with evil grins. A couple days had passed and Haley stood there with the trio ready for work. I wanted to show you guys the replacement for the Megazord exhibit, since that got turned into a monster, which was sad, but I replaced it, Haley said with a small smile. Sure, what is it? Ace asked. Then she led them to the back of the room where there was a glass cabinet which was labelled A Hero of Blessington, and it was the blue, broken Cyberforce Ranger helmet. That's awesome, Timothy said with a gentle smile. Daisy gave me the idea. We thought it would be a good reminder and something to show the next generation, Haley told them. Nice going, bub, Ace said to Daisy. Thanks, Daisy nodded. We got something to show you too, Haley, Timothy grinned. Sure, what? Haley asked. It's outside, Timothy grinned, then led them all outside. I'm just saying I helped him sort this out, but it was all his idea, Ace moaned. They walked outside, and on the corner of the building next to the entrance was the hot dog stand. The side of it had been painted. A picture of the Blue Ranger in an awesome hero pose was slapped on the side, and a banner hung over it. It read the Cyberforce Blue Ranger and Justin's Rad Hot Dogs. Oh my god, wow, Haley gasped. Tears filled her eyes. Did I do something wrong? Timothy asked sadly. No, Tim, it's perfect. Where did you get this? Haley said, smiling at him. Timothy did not answer, and him and Ace looked round awkwardly. The hot dog stand that came out of the portal, Haley stated with an eye roll. She chuckled and hugged Ace and Timothy. Then Timothy walked around to the hot dog stand and started building a hot dog with onions, mustard, ketchup, and gave it to Haley. Well, looks like I'll have to find a new cleaner and cook. And a new belt, Haley chuckled. Everyone laughed as Timothy built Ace and Daisy hot dogs as well. And there you have it, guys. Power Rangers Cyberforce Feed 2, Chapter 9. Make sure you go check out the original creator of Power Rangers Cyberforce, Cosplay Dude 67, with Power Rangers Universe 19, with not just Power Rangers Cyberforce, he's also got Power Rangers and Kamen Rider on there as well. He's also got 3 other places you can go listen to different stories. Storytime with Cosplay Dude 67 and Sailor Moon E are 2 other podcasts he has. All 3 podcasts you can listen to wherever you find your podcasts. He's also got a YouTube channel called Nostalgia Time, where it's a bit more nostalgic content, but there's still stories for you to listen to. Me and Cosplay Dude are 2 of the 3 parts of the 3 Ranger Bros, the 3rd being Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger, a content creator himself who also has a podcast called Nerds Through Comics. Mark adapts comic books into audio dramas and also makes his own original stories on there, so you might go check him out. We're associated with Zero to Hero, the bulk and skull of podcasting. Billy and Jim come with us every Friday with podcast episodes, interviewing people, talking about nostalgic 90s Power Rangers, Gundam, anime, movies, alien abductions, and everything few far between it. Make sure you go check them out as well. With that being said, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you are new, and I shall see you guys really soon.